Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and today we're gonna give our boy Raz a slightly better chance than before. I've already tried a couple of these runs out already, so I know how they're going to go, but we want to give him a shot anyway. These are the current stats we're using. He's only +6. I don't have the stigma to upgrade him any further. So we are missing a little bit of damage here and there, but we're not missing anything important like -1 cooldown or effect chance or anything like that, for example. These are his stats right now. He's sitting on Aureus, and this could be changed to a bunch of other things. Like I could change it to Elbrus possibly, but realistically, he's not going to be the one to carry that in the long run. So I didn't want to test it with something I wasn't going to actually use, which is why Aureus is just an all-around decent choice for him. Just to keep things as clear as possible, I tested Lilius and Raz in the same spot, and it felt like 95% of the time I would just rather have Lilius. So we'll talk about that as we go on. Obviously, not everybody has a really great geared +15 Lilius to try this out with, but it's just my initial testing. Anyway, let's do a couple runs here. The first thing we're going to try out is our Azimanuk run. There are actually a couple settings we can do these. These aren't optimized by any stretch. They're just meant to kind of test out Raz and see how things go. This is the team I was trying out. I tried so many other options. Right here, regular Vildred would probably be better than Arbiter Vildred as well. And there's a couple better options than Euphine too. This is just the most consistent one I found, and one that is trying to highlight the Raz, and that's really important. And the reason why we ended up switching Euphine into here is because I found Raz just doesn't defense break enough. Raz has a problem where he has insane burst potential. Like if you want to S2 somebody in PvP, you want to drop that defense break and then blast them with a one-shot KO. That's something that is great and all, but I've been finding in my PvE testing with him that it ends up just not being enough. You get the one hit in, and then the boss goes, and then you lose your defense break, and that's it. So the majority of the time, you do not have defense break on the boss, which is pretty important. The long-standing defense break is much more important than single attacks, which is why we have Euphine in there to try to get that extra defense break in. And then once you take out his defense break as his main mechanism of being awesome, you have a couple things left over. You have the dual attack, which is on a longer cooldown than Lilius. You have his heal, which doesn't seem to do enough to matter. And you have his dispel, which is fantastic. That's something that Lilius cannot bring. But he doesn't have the dispel for his whole team. So long story short, I've been using him. I feel like if I wasn't making a video for him, I wouldn't use him for PvE. Potentially for safer battles, like if you're looking for safety and maybe Abyss runs or something like that, he might be something I would bring in. But at the same time, he doesn't have the same sort of dispel that the Lilius brings. And again, if we had Lilius here, we would have a higher defense down probably anyway with Raz, because we would have the combo attacks with Euphine or a defense breaker as well, but we'd have one less dispel. So this is the run, really slow, but it really consistent. It didn't fail once the whole time I tried doing this. I'm sure it's gonna fail this time. We only have 2 debuffs as well. We have the miss chance and we have the defense break, so that's not a problem at all. And yeah, we can see we've got his defense break here. He didn't land the defense break, neither did Euphine. It's fine, but you can see here we'd have only got one more attack. Actually, we would have got a full range of attack this time around if we did land the defense break, because we did get the TAM S2 to boost. But in general, the amount of dual attacks you are getting for PvE is not enough for me to really like it. And again, just to be clear, I'm not being I'm not trying to say Raz is bad by any stretch. He's a fantastic unit. He does a lot of things really well, but specifically for that slot, I think Lilius has just been consistently better. We'll try him out in Golem 13 as well after this, and I will try him out in Abyss 100 over the next couple days as well. We'll try that out too. So we have our 2-turn defense break from Wyvern, which is exactly what we need. 1-turn defense breaks are just a little unfortunate. He also does very little damage with this S3, which is one of the reasons why we lost with him in Guild Wars the other day. So it is what it is. So he's about to, I think, get an S2 right here. No, not an S2. So he's got to go a little further again without anything. But luckily for us, we have our Wyvern skill 1 giving us 2-turn defense breaks. Unfortunately, the boss is in Zerker Rage mode. We missed all of our dispels. So here's hoping. Here is hoping that we kind of fix that. Wyvern, this is your job. Wyvern, fix this. Fix it. Eek! Fix it! Tam! Not in front of the people! There we go, we got there, we got there. As you can see, we still have our defense break here. We used Raz's defense break, but it didn't matter. So basically what I'm saying, we've reiterated this a while because this is a flipping slow run, but really consistent. Like I said, I haven't failed yet. Not consistent enough. He does everything, but he's not consistent enough for the ones that matter. So help me if we die for the first time on stream. Hey, he's gonna heal, and he needs the healing. Yeah, get that 4K. The other thing that is actually helping out is my A-Builder just barely doesn't kill these things. So that actual 2K damage or whatever he does is enough to make it so A-Builder does kill those ads. So we've got the defense break there. We did land it. We actually did get a little bit of damage, but on this one didn't matter because we didn't get the AoE. I also tried this with Lilius, Raz, Arbiter Vildred, and Tamarin, and it did work better than this, and it was really fun to do, but I wanted to keep Lilius out of the team because, again, this is a Raz showcase to kind of show you what he can do over anything else. This is a boring fight, let me tell ya. And I have no idea why we're doing so bad, too. Like, this usually goes super well. Hopefully Tam has a skill 3 to kind of... Yeah, okay, we're fine with a Tam skill 3 once we get that going. I'll have a sip of my coffee, you know, while we... while we slowly kill this. Here he goes. Look at his deeps. And again, with Molagora, he would hit slightly harder, but we're talking about like 2400, not as much as Lilius can do. Got a dual attack, and it was so much fun, by the way, with Lilius, Raz, and Tamarin with all the dual attacks. It was so flipping much fun. Get a defense break, somebody, please. Just get one flipping defense break. There we go. Get it, girl. Ugh. Oh, this team. Raz is gonna die. I mean, it wouldn't be a showcase of a unit without them dying. We're actually gonna lose. Come on, team. You can do this. Get that hit rate debuff. Hey, we got the decreased hit. We're gonna survive. Oh, and we've got this. No, it's never up. It's just auto attacks. Auto attacks all day long. Fence break. Oh, she's got this. This is fine. This is deeps. And then he's got the skill 2. Look, he was just looking for the finish. He was looking... Oh, skill 3, never mind. Oh my god. This will not be a team I regularly run, by the way. I just wanted to show you in a longer battle how it works. So that was something else for a run. Don't worry, we got our 5 Sky Stones back. Yeah, so let's go show you Golem as well. And the reason why I'm doing these 2 hunts is because they're 2 he can work in. I don't think he works in either of the other hunts. So this is the team I have been using, but instead of trying this, I want to see what happens if we add a fodder. Because I feel like with just Sirmia and Raz and Tamarin, we can do this with a fodder. So we're going to try this out with a carrot just to see what happens. And If it doesn't work, we'll go back and bring Araminta into this. Araminta actually works pretty well here. She can get the unhealable, she can get the burn damage, she can get the stuns. She can get a lot of stuff on the ads there, but it's often just better to get that deeps in with the Surmia. We're using the, I'll show you actually all the gear after the run, just so anybody doesn't miss it. But we're using the exclusive equipment to double chance to skill 1 on Surmia. I really like that piece of equipment. It is by far my favorite. It's so much fun because in dual attack situations, that can happen where you can dual attack and then proc your skill 1, and she just does ridiculous damage. She's also +1, so she has no extra Molagora in her skill 1, skill 2, or skill 3. Actually, skill 1 or skill 3, so she could be doing a lot more damage than this as well, so that's something to consider. She still does a ton, and I'm considering Molagoring her skill 1, because while I don't use her for PvP at all, I do use her a lot for PvE just because she's really fun, but I'm kind of waiting to see what this Elfelt ends up doing. And if we can do this with a fodder, this is maybe a reason to run Golem for me, because I can't do Wyvern 13 without a fodder. I don't think I can consistently do B13 without a fodder either, so this might be an alternative for me when I want to level up some fodder to do this run, dungeon instead of Wyvern. So this would be a good reason to do this. And I know this will work, I just don't know if the gear on my units is correct enough for this to work. So we'll see here, we've got the damage in, 10k. Getting those skill ups would be so good. No defense break. Fine, he's got 100% effectiveness, so it's not like I'm missing effectiveness because of that. And this is another one where having that Lilius's skill 3 to get rid of this defense break would be pretty fantastic. I'd be pretty okay getting that defense break gone. So she got a dual attack boost there, which is fantastic. And again, he's just going to auto attack because that's all he does. We should be able to get rid of this defense break in a second here too, because we're going to have Lilius's, or not Lilius, whatever her name is, Tamarin skill 3 up. So that's some big damage. That's actually some pretty good damage. Just kidding, she doesn't have it up yet. But it's coming. And we've got the defense buff and the heal just in time for the counterattack, which is pretty solid. We definitely needed that defense buff. Stun on the Lilius would be nice to get rid of that with our Tam Tam. We also unfortunately ruined our dual attack there because she was stunned. But it's okay. It's okay. She's here for round 2. We haven't landed on unhealable yet either. I'm kind of wondering if I should just have skill 1 only on Surmia with her artifact on, because she doesn't really need the greater attack buff because she gets attack buff anyway, but I guess it will help. Yeah, that's a pretty good amount of damage. This is definitely going to work with a better setup, and it definitely might work with Lilius instead of the Tam Tam here. Like, imagine if we got rid of the stun there instead of doing nothing. God, Surmia! I love Surmia and her skill 1. It is one of my favorite EEs they added into the game. Also, so much fun into, so much fun in Hall of Trials. Also, new EEs when? Like, can we please get some new EEs? So we're all defense broken. We have no way to get rid of this, so we're just staying defense broken for a while. We did get a skill 2! Defense break! Oh, come on, boy. He hasn't hit a defense break yet. So at least she's getting rid of her defense break. That would have been beautiful. That would have, like, killed with defense break. So if we had any form of defense down, we would actually be in a really good spot here. Resist there, didn't get rid of the attack buff. That would have been fantastic. We're defense broken again forever. Nope, can't get an unhealable. Can we land 1 buff? Oh, we're dead. Are we dead? Oh, she's stunned. This is unfortunate. So this is a run that I think is going to work consistently if I fix stuff. But right now, with the RNG we had on that run, I don't think we landed a single debuff. I don't have the team ready to do that. So what we're gonna do is run Araminta instead. I could also run Cecilia, might be great as well. She adds an extra defense break. I could run a lot of things, but if we ever get a chance to use Araminta, we probably should, you know? We probably should use it. I think she might take the dual attack from Sirmia. That's a problem. I don't know if she's going to. Obviously won't with a greater attack buff, but we'll see. She will help on wave 1 as well. The triple stun. These are what dreams are made of. I love you, Araminta. Dual attack here, and it's combined with Sirmia. Perfect. Get another attack. Aw. So this is a team that will work, and I tried a bunch of other units. You could also use Sol and stuff, and again, we're not trying to demonstrate perfect runs here. We're just seeing, like, on average in longer battles how Raz is going to be doing. And I think for newer players or anybody without Lilius, especially if you do not have Lilius, somebody like this is going to be fantastic. And this is specifically just for PvE. We will try him out more in PvP with teams designed around what you guys want to see, which is big numbers. So we will try him in PvP with one-shot queens like Sirmia. So you will see that in the future as well, to see if that's a thing he's better at too. Holy, I can only fill up so much time. I wish we had like 10 times speed to watch this dungeon in, because I'm out of things to say, team. Nothing can stop me. Also, let's talk about his animations. I'm actually unimpressed with his animations. I feel like his sprite is a little off. His neck is weird. And I feel like his skill 3 sound kind of muffles a bit and looks kind of choppy. Really disappointed in that aspect of him. I thought he would kind of show and look better, especially as a main character. Yeah, he's a 3-star, but he's still a main character, you know? And whether or not something is a 3-star shouldn't lower the quality of your animations. Might just be me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on whether or not you think his animations are great. God, getting some defense down! Yes! There! Look at that damage! That's what we wanted! Had that happened once last time, holy bejesus! Had that happened literally once last time, we would have killed it so fast. But unfortunately, there's no more defense down. And with all the combo attacks, we're dying! Tamarin, save us! Oh. Oh, Tam not gonna save us. The other thing to note too is we have decreased hit chance on 2 of our units. That would be again fixed by our girl Lilius. Luckily, Sirmia kind of gets rid of it herself. Raz gets the defense buff up, which is fantastic. Gets a little bit of a heal too. Of course, we didn't get the block, but it's fine. It's fine. And Raz has like, I want to check, does Raz have like 2 more turns before, like how much longer on his, how much longer? Oh, it is up, nice. Okay, so I was wondering if his cycling would be done here, because if he gets a skill 2 defense break right now, it would have been so beautiful. That would have killed for sure. But we have another chance to kill here, especially if we, ah, yeah, we're killing anyway. Okay, so that's the couple teams we have showing here. Really cool to see him in action. But I'm not impressed yet. I think he's a solid unit, and I still would build him. But a lot of people are saying he's bonkers, ridiculously amazing for PvE, and I don't see it yet. Maybe I'm not building my teams right, but from what I understand, the main reason is that defense break, getting that in there, and it just, like, look at our 3 runs we did. How often did we actually land a defense break where it mattered and lasted more than just the initial attack? So anyways, let's go show you my units as well, just so nobody misses them. I would have tried a couple others, I just didn't have them equipped right. Like, I wanted to try Sol as well. This is my Araminta here. This is my Tam. We also tried our Sirmia as well. 5k attack, only 240 crit damage. She's kind of on a mishmash of gear here, but it is what it is. She could be a lot better. She could be a lot worse. Who else did we run? Adventure Raz as well here, and then we ran Fiend, so let's show her. She's sitting on these stats as well. Decent stats as well. Missing some crit rate, but it is what it is. Doesn't matter too much in that situation. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you folks later. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.